right, but we have a director here who's going to help me frame this shot, and maybe I can borrow your tripod sometime. You're Deborah Stratman,
That's right.
and what is your movie called?
My movie's called Last Things.
Right, and I was researching. It's about rocks.
You could say that. Yeah, rocks feature prominently. It's sort of extinction and evolution, but where rocks are sort of the through line, a kind of, I sort of say point of view of rocks, but who knows if the rocks would be okay with me claiming that I'm showing their
Right.
point of view.
Well, hopefully they won't sue you.
No, right. Oh my God, yeah. They'd be in it for the long haul.
Did you consider calling it like the rock movie or rock and roll or anything like
No,
that?
well, there are a lot of stars in the movie too, so I can make a
Mm,
lot of good
rock.
glib jokes about rock stars,
Yes.
that kind of thing. But no, the one thing I was concerned about is there's also a lot of first things.
Mm.
But I was like, we'll just stick with last things, and we'll let people hold first in their
Yeah.
mind.
And if they get so upset that they email you and say there was first things, then that's good. They've interacted with the movie.
That's right.
And
No,
you
they
can make
know
the
they've
sequel.
seen it. Yeah, that's right.
Last things to
Last things first.
first things
first.
first. Yeah.
I tried all those, but I was
Okay.
like, let's just keep it simple.
That's all right. And what was why did you make this movie? Like, what were you thinking about?
I think like many people, the sixth extinction that we're in the middle of was causing me some stress.
So should I know about this extinction that we're in the middle of?
Probably because you're human and we're probably causing it. So just a lot of species dying off, a lot of things changing on the planet, and the planet's been through 5 massive extinctions before, and so the thought is that we're sort of in the middle of the 6th one now, but that we're propagating it. So just this fact was causing me and many others a fair amount of stress. So that's what propagated it. But then
Right.
also I just wanted to take a step back from a human time scale and try to think about things from a longer time scale.
Yeah.
And rocks provided.
They do. I remember when I was in high school, my science teacher was like, we're due for another evolution, like dinosaurs, humans. What do you think's next? And we're like, I don't know. And the next day he revealed it's computers or whatever. And then we're all going to die. And then computers are taking over. I'm like, what? And that was 30 years ago. So we're almost there though, I guess.
Where computers take over, yeah. I mean, they sort of have. I mean, you've got like, your robot on you now, or it's right there.
Exactly. There it is. Yeah. And they're becoming sentient. Okay. And you seem to have. I was just reading that you had like a project where you got people to call in and say all their fears on an 800 number or something. Are you sort of obsessed with fears and scaring us?
I wasn't really obsessed with scaring people, but I feel like if you know what you're afraid of, you can understand more about what the actions you take, because I feel like fear propagates action a lot of times, or reaction. So that's been a while since I did that project, but at the time I was thinking a lot about that, just sort of the circuits of kind of habits of thought we get into, and how often our habits of action and living can be catalyzed by fear, even if it's like a low grade fear.
Right. So you're like, oh, I'm not going to Sundance. It's too skin. It's like because you're too nervous to go or meet people or whatever. But look at actually what is the fear, and then start dissecting it.
Yeah, like judgments you'll make about other things and other people and other places are so often fear-based that
Right.
to me, it was like a call to myself and other people to really ask, what are my fear habits? What am I afraid of?
So that they can confront them and say, okay, I can deal with this? Or?
Yeah, and maybe they don't get rid of it, but if you know what it is, then at least you can see the distance between you and it, and you can maybe navigate.
You can compensate for it. Okay, I know I'm nervous about social activities,
yeah.
so I will plan ahead. Or
Instead of
like
just
whatever.
knee-jerk reacting to something. Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
cool. And how do you feel people might react to your movie? Like, what do you want them to take away?
I guess an appreciation for the very, very small and the very, very large on one hand, just to maybe not to center human thought so much at the middle of everything. I mean, I hope they take away like that perspective isn't owned by humans. That there's other perspectives out there. Not
necessarily that rocks are sentient, but you can look at the universe from their point of view and how long they've been around.
Or from things that live much shorter than us, or that live much longer than us.
Like turtles.
Just to
Plants
sort
that are 2,000 years old.
Yeah, just decenter humanity from the center of everything.
Do you think that would make humanity better if we sort of look at it from a grand scheme of things and go, yeah, why are we fighting about race or like little things, like looking at things bigger will help?
I'm not sure, but I hope so. I hope being able to sort of like empathize with other time frames or to be more timeful, like not just within the lifespan of a human, but like what about 1,000-year lifespan or just span of time, and what about or a very very short one. So yeah, but
Sometimes I think about it. You see a fruit fly, and you're like, you're only going to live a day. Like, what would it be like to be like
they have
that?
a whole universe. They have a whole universe, you know. Yeah. So there's that, and but also I just hope people take away a kind of seduction of cinema, some an interscalar experience being cool.
Cool. Are people going to smoke up and watch this and go, yeah, it's like a Pink Floyd concert?
I think if they smoked up, they'd like it. But I think if they didn't, they'd also like it.
You'll like it either way. We'll see.
I think it's pretty. It's got. It's very immersive, and seductive visually and sonically, and so I do think it's a kind of. It'll be a very heady experience, whether you're smoked up or not.
All right. Yeah, I read that sound is important to you. Like
It
you think.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the speakers work well here at the
I think they'll
Egyptian
work
Theater.
well. Yeah.
Awesome.
No, I love making space with sound. I think that's very good at making space.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
maybe I'll put this as a podcast as well as a video because you're so into audio. And then
I
people
am
can
into
just listen to this and
Yeah.
be like, whoa, yeah, my mind's been expanded, man.
Maybe.
And you're a professor. Can I come take your class?
Yeah. Are you in Chicago ever?
I could be.
Yeah, come stop on by. Not this year though. I'm on sabbatical.
All right. Next
Yeah.
year, you're going to see me making movies about rocks and sounds.
All right.
All right. Thanks
Send
a
them
lot.
over.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.